A late-night shooting Monday sends a 27-year-old man to the hospital with a gunshot wound to the chest. He's the city's 28th known shooting victim since June 16th. News 25's Ashley McNamee talked to police who say they're doing what they can to stop the crimes.
It's been a summer filled with gunfire in Peoria, and a year on track to becoming one of the city's deadliest in decades.
It's a lot of gang violence. It's retaliation on previous incidents, and they're pretty confined to isolated areas.
Officer Doug Burgess says shootings are up about a dozen from last year. They've prompted the police department to recreate a position eliminated earlier this year because of budget cuts.
We've reintroduced, at least temporarily, the gang intelligence officer because all of these crimes do seem to have some sort of gang tie-in.
Police say while shootings are up in 2010, deaths caused by shootings are actually down. Take the city's 15 homicides so far this year. 4 of them alone were caused by the single house fire on North University in April.
2 others died in this fatal fire on Northeast Rock Island Street in March.
That's really, really rare to have a homicide from an arson, let alone 6. And so that's really, really skewed our homicide numbers.
Burgess says they are making arrests. Just last month, Ontario Barney, who's accused of setting a fire on North University, was caught in South Carolina. And earlier this week, police arrested 21-year-old Bobby Hill and 23-year-old David Parker for separate non-fatal shootings.
Some of the arrestees have been responsible for multiple shootings, so it's the cases, or some of the cases, are being solved. We've got officers out there that are doing great work.
He adds, for the large majority of the cases, police know who did it, and they have the warrants for those people. It's just a matter of finding them before they can do it again. In Peoria, I'm Ashley McNamee.
Out in Peoria in the last 2 weeks of June alone.
But Peoria police officers say they're working hard to catch the shooters and close those cases. News 25's Gina Ford has more.
It seems the heart of Peoria has been a dangerous place to be in recent months. One man was shot around 10:45 Wednesday evening in the Lexington Hills apartments. Another man at 3:13 Thursday morning at Harrison Homes. Crime is on the rise.
It's up 3% from where it was last year. These are numbers that are through May.
Comparing the first 5 months of this year to the same period in 2009, murders in Peoria went up 200%. There were 12. That does not include the 3 in the month of June. And in the last 2 weeks alone, Peoria police say there have been 17 shootings that sent 20 people to area hospitals. But Officer Doug Burgess says although those crimes are up, other areas have improved.
A lot of the categories or crimes that were up last year are significantly down this year.
Robberies, sexual assaults, and vehicle thefts are down significantly from last year. OSF St. Francis Medical Center staff have treated a majority of Peoria's gunshot victims. ER Director Dr. George Hevesy says the hospital is a level 1 trauma center, and as a result, all of the personnel are trained to handle these cases.
It runs in cycles. The good thing, the public should feel comfortable that despite the violence, we're prepared for this.
Dr. Hevesy says they're no busier than usual. The warm weather usually plays a part in their workload, and they also see lots of patients on the 1st and 15th of each month.
On paydays with alcohol involved, we're busier those days.
Burgess assures the public police are being proactive and have every possible officer out on the streets in efforts to combat violence.
We are solving these crimes. We've arrested many of the suspects that are involved with these shootings.
And he says they continue to investigate the ones that remain unsolved. But officers ask the public's help in keeping the city safe. Anyone with information on recent crimes are asked to call Crime Stoppers at 673-9000. In Peoria, I'm Gina Ford.
Meanwhile, some Peoria